Bulldog Nation, you are now going to witness, watch, and listen to the best podcast in the league. Get set for a wild ride with From the Hill Podcast, featuring Wayne Cartwright, Damian Green, Tanarius Gooden, David Thomas, Jennifer Murray, and Corey Williams. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to From the Hill Podcast. It's time to turn up the excitement and make some noise.
What's going on? Gotta take yourself off.
My bad. What's up? What's going on, man?
Man, I'm good, man. And Happy New Year to you and everybody. You know, it's a little bit late, but you know, we ain't been on in a minute. So Happy New Year anyway, everybody.
Right. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you had a great holiday season, whether you celebrate Christmas or not, or any other holiday. Hope all is well. Glad to see and hear from everybody in 2026.
Absolutely, man. So much going on, man. So much stuff happening out here. It was funny, man. I was talking to my wife about the Drewski skin.
Hey, yeah, that's hilarious, man. Everybody on Drewski, man, about that. But hey, Bernie Mac would be proud of Drewski because he's bringing back the stuff that Bernie Mac would do and totally offend everybody. So Bernie Mac would be very proud of what Drewski does when he does his skits online. He's not, and then you don't have to be a stand-up comedian. He does his thing the way he does it, and it's still hilarious.
Yeah, I thought it was. It not only was it hilarious, it actually told a whole lot of truth too. Because you know, hey, mega church, hey, you know, if it offends you, maybe it's something you got to take a look at.
Right. And you know what they say? If you can't say amen, say ouch.
Hey, and then not even just the mega churches, man. It's some little bitty churches that be doing that same stuff just on a smaller scale. So
oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, if it don't apply, let it fly. Yep.
Hey, the building fund for 32 years without a single shingle put on the roof.
Right.
But you know, so you know, we had that going on, and you know, the transfer portal that's getting ready to close on the 16th. So it's a couple more days for people to enter that. It's been a whole lot of movement going on with that. You know, NIL has just continued to just skyrocket. I mean, man, it's like you got cats petitioning to stay in school, man. When did you ever see that? I'm like, I need another year of eligibility.
Listen, I would stay in school about 20 more years if I ain't got to pay no bills. Listen.
Right.
Those guys getting millions of dollars in room and board. They don't even have to go to class in classroom. They go online. So I would, if I had some eligibility, man, I don't blame them. If you could stand up and walk and they don't regulate it, hey, see, can you play again?
Right. If I could go back, man, I definitely would like to. But you know, man, in all seriousness, though, for everybody out here, we appreciate everybody for tuning in as you always do. Those of you that are new to the show, welcome to you. Make sure that you hit the like button tonight. And also, if you have not been a subscriber, this is your opportunity to become one. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, man. You know, we're here in episode number 101. So we've been at this for a minute, and we're going to continue to keep this thing rolling. So as always, across the bottom of the screen, you guys can see our updated sports schedule. So you see basketball. Shout out to both basketball squads. And we'll talk about that just in a quick second. But shout out to both basketball squads. You know, our men last night hitting the century mark against Jackson State. Pretty thrilling game that was. Our women, they also knocked off Jackson State over the weekend. So, you know, they actually beat Alcorn also before that as well. So you can see what they got coming up. You can see track and fields got stuff coming up, and also bowling's in action. So yeah, everybody just be apprised of all those different things. Now, something that we want to pull up here just briefly here in the housekeeping. Tenarius, you can go ahead on and shout this one out, brother.
Yeah, so this is something that Jennifer looks at all the time, but she brought it to our attention today that we are number 2 in SWAC in attendance for the basketball season up until yesterday. You'll see the cumulative attendance for both squads. The women are at 11,906 and the men are at 15,005. And both of our teams are just behind number 1 Southern in the SWAC. But also our attendance is not that bad in Division 1 basketball as well. So we are not in the top 100, but we're in the top 150 with both squads attendance. So just shout out to everybody that makes that work. We've been going to the games, we've been loud, and obviously it works. We're 14-3, 6-1 with the women, 8-2 with the men. So home court really matters. Also, the people that don't come to the games, they sure watch it on SWAC TV. Alabama A&M has the most viewership on SWAC TV. Commissioner Dr. McClellan was at the Jackson State game against the women last week, and he made that announcement live on SWAC TV. The good thing about SWAC TV is on demand. You can always go back and take a look at those games. So shout out to everybody for making the Dog Palace what it is today.
Absolutely. And so, it's good stuff with that. And so, with all that, we got our housekeeping that is completed, and we're going to get on into the show tonight. So he's making his second appearance on our show. He is now the full-time head men's baseball coach here at Alabama A&M University. Please welcome Coach Lewis Whitlow. What's going on, Lou? How you doing, brother?
I'm wonderful, man. How are y'all?
Doing great, Coach.
Happy New Year to you. I hear this is the first show of the new year.
It is.
New year, new eras. Hey, I like it because that's the same thing that's happening in Bulldog Country on the baseball field.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Easy segue.
Yeah.
Easy segue right there.
Easy segue. So you're in. So this is now your gig full time officially.
Yes,
and now that you have this regime, now it's official. You've been hard at work. You've been real busy. So we definitely want to talk about some of the things. But I want to start off just a little bit with something that just was mentioned today. You want to talk about this, Coach? Go ahead.
Sure, man. I actually was just at Trash Panda Stadium this morning doing the official press conference. We are definitely elated to be able to be a part of this global baseball series with Trash Pandas. Garrett, the general manager, came to me this summer, and I first went to him saying, hey, we've got to reignite the partnership between Alabama A&M baseball and Trash Pandas. And we were working on a multitude of things up until this point. And he gave me a phone call probably about a month and a half ago and said, hey, Lou, how would you feel about playing an international team? I said, man, bring it on. Let's go get it. I said, let me make sure it could be cleared through compliance. It's not a problem. We worked that and did our due diligence on it because that is a real thing, making sure everything is in line so it doesn't affect what we're doing in season. But being a part of this showcase, man, is just an unbelievable thing from an international perspective. Alabama A&M being a part of it, exposing our young men and our athletes to, number one, a professional field and an international team. A lot of people look at, the Red Cruisers as just another Toyota team that is the full-time employees and they're going to play full-time baseball. These individuals are serious. I had a conversation with a few of them that was there at the presentation today, and I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be exciting.
That's awesome. And, so everybody mark your calendars. You see it March 30th through April 1st. You see the tickets. They just went on sale today. So make sure that you can be in the house on March 30th. Game time 6:35, man. That's awesome.
Yes, please be there. Please be there and show up. Bulldog Country, we need you. We need your support at every game this year. I'm telling you, it is going to matter. It is a difference. As they said, for women and men basketball, you see the support. You see the home records. Believe me, that history, that heritage, we're trying to bring that thing over to the baseball diamond as well.
Yeah, and you spoke about the season. So here's the schedule. And, you can see the maroon colored ones are the ones that are the home games. So talk a little bit about your home schedule, just your schedule, period.
The schedule was very interesting this year. One of those things for me, I wanted to make sure my young men were prepared before we went into conference. Non-conference for us is going to be tough. Like, it is not going to be a cakewalk. It's not going to be, hey, we just got a few teams to play. We start out playing SWAC teams, and then we quickly go into non-divisional opponents, going down to New Orleans to play 3 different teams. Then we turn around and play the following weekend at Tennessee Tech. We play Notre Dame, play Tennessee Tech, and Chicago, Illinois. So my men will see competition before we go into the SWAC. The one thing is I want to make sure that we are prepared. Even prior to, I've been in this program now for 4 years. Yes, officially, this is my program. And one of the things I wanted to make sure is that we were prepared to walk back on these big stages. We got talent this year. It's not just talent. We got individuals with a mindset that's ready to go play baseball. Baseball IQ was a big thing for me as we built this offseason. I built this offseason with what we were going to go challenge ourselves with in season. So we did a really good job. Kudos to my recruiting coordinator and even to myself, man. We turned over a lot of stones, basically none left unturned, and just being real. And I told my recruiting coordinator, my assistants, this: we batted 900 in our offseason. There were only 2 individuals that we missed out on that we did not capture, and we still got exactly what we needed within the house. So like I told my assistant, what's here is what's here. God has meant that to be that place, and that's where I am.
That's awesome, man. And you see the schedule, everybody. So you've got these series, and you have a few of these individual games. But one thing that's very consistent with this schedule is that every game is a day game that's at home. So you know when the game starts. So if anybody asks you, what time does it start? It either starts at noon, 1 p.m., or 2 p.m.
100%. 100%. Hopefully, as the years go on, we can have some night games mixed in there. There are some goals on my agenda that I'm working with administration on, and we are working hard to make sure we bring lights and additional things to our facilities. You have a coach that cares about what we're doing and what we're building, and also pushing the envelope to get our young men more, so we can continue to be competitive and make sure Alabama A&M is sitting exactly where it needs to be, which is up top.
Absolutely. Yeah. Jen.
All right. Well, Coach, first of all, I just want to personally congratulate you on retaining that permanent coaching position. The interim tag is removed, so congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Coach, you have over 15 years of experience from travel ball to adult leagues. Can you just talk about how all of that experience prepared you to take on the head coaching position at Alabama A&M?
One thing for me, I think when I reset and I had my own facility and I was working with youth, number one, I love youth. But when I reset and start working with kids, it brings back the foundational pieces of what you do, because you got to basically dial the thing down from a doctorate or a master's to a 3rd grade level. When you start connecting with kids and understanding how you can get the best out of them, man, you could take this to young men and have a conversation, and you can light their world up. One thing I do is I love what I do. I love this game of baseball, but people don't understand getting the connection and the relationships with these young men is more imperative than just a game. Like I told my guys, I wouldn't be talking to you, I wouldn't be looking at you if you didn't have talent. That is real for me. Like, that is our baseline piece. The reason you are here is because your character. When I know for a fact that I got the right person in the right moment that's going to get us what we need, those mean the world to me. So yes, trying to reset my way of what I was doing, coming out of the HR industry in the corporate world, looking at how we can continue to build these pathways for our young men for, number one, a better program, but also a better life outside of this program. And since I've been here now a few years, I've seen 8, 9 kids graduate 6 each year. So yes, it means a lot to me. We see things that are happening. We see the flowers blossoming. But like I tell them, we've got to make sure those seeds and everything that we put into this fall comes to fruition this spring. And I mean that. Like, we have been grinding extremely hard, but my focus has been very different. Like I say, last year Last year was interesting, and we'll talk about it. I know you guys probably have some questions about that piece of it. We'll talk about it. But yeah, my reset, my motivation has always been the youth. And now I get my dream of really coaching men. Yeah, we finna have some fun. We really are.
Thanks for that, Coach. Hey, let's real quick, two-part question. The first, what I want to talk about first is your staff. So talk to us about. Looked like you got Coach Mark Hernandez, Coach Ty Hill, Director Player Development Coach Ison Ford, and it looked like you have a student assistant Coach Doris. So talk to us about the staff that you have this year.
We've got a few updates there. Currently, it is Mark Hernandez for sure. Desmore Joseph is another. He's a grad assistant. The other guys have kind of transitioned on. They got new opportunities. My director of player development, Isom, he's still around from that perspective. But Coach Mark and Coach Debsey had done a wonderful job throughout the fall. We really worked hard this summer to make sure we had a plan in place for how we were going to attack things. Mark Hernandez, we've had some growth moments. When I came in last year, it was one of those things where you walk in the house and you don't know who's in the house and you're forced to get to know somebody. And it was one of those things where you're forced to get to know them while you're saying, hey, let's tear this house down and build it right back up together. So it was a beautiful piece in how we came to really understand each other. I think he knows me and what's my expectations now. He has changed a lot from that perspective. Mark is a very passionate guy. But like I tell him, sometimes you got to drive your passions in the right directions to make sure we get the right things out of our young men. And he's accepted that. He's accepted every challenge. He's responded to it. But like I say, we really worked extremely hard with our recruiting class to make sure we get the right men in here that we want.
Okay, the second part of that is transitioning right into the recruiting class. Baseball rosters are a little different from like a typical. Like there's a bunch of people playing a bunch of different positions, but I want to concentrate on our pitching. What pitching is very important in baseball. If you can't pitch that ball right, everything gonna get knocked over fence. Okay. That's how we can't roll like that. So talk to us about our pitching, how that has improved from last year to this year.
Yeah, we definitely have made some adjustments. I mean, we hit some struggles last year with health. I think that was the biggest wall that we ran into. We definitely upgraded every form of our program this year, from the pitching side to offensive, defensive paralysis, whatever it may be. But specifically on pitching, man, we've got depth and we've got really good talent. One thing I'm excited about is we've never had, and I know for a fact because I know this program, I've been around it, I've been a part of it, we've never had former Power 5 or mid-majors within our program. We do now. And I'm not just saying that just because. These are individuals that have the mindset and the ability to go play ball. We were fortunate and blessed to be able to get them here. Like I told them, everybody got a story, but my goal is to make sure your dreams come to reality because we can if we put the right work. So I'm excited about what we're building. The pitching is gonna be electric, man. We got some good dudes. We got some good dudes that's gonna be on a lot of radars. But like I tell them, the work has to be put in. I learned last year, even on this podcast, there were things for me that was said from the perspective of I knew was going to happen. This is what we were going to do. It's a little bit different this year. I cooked everything in the kitchen this year. I love being on the grill. I took all that meat, I seasoned it, I put it on the grill, and now we finna eat. I promise you, I know what we dealing with. I'm not saying that we finna take it over, but I guarantee you, y'all will be very proud of Alabama A&M this year. We will be competitive, and we will be going to the tournament. That's one thing that is a goal for our program, to make sure we're consistently competitive back in the tournament every year.
Yes,
Nice. So, Coach, let's go back to the 2025 season. The Cactus Jack HBCU Classic. I am a diehard Astros fan. I used to live in Houston, used to go to games all the time. I'm gonna still call it Minute Maid Park. I don't know what that new name is. I'm gonna still call it because it's still the juice box to me. But Alabama A&M was there, and I was just proud. As you know, of course, I'm an Astros fan, but I'm proud as a Bulldog as well to see us on that national stage. So, could you walk us through that experience and how that national showcase helped you as well with recruiting for this upcoming season?
It's always going back to exposure. I mean, anytime you don't have all the bells and whistles and all the dollars to kind of throw at these kids nowadays that come through NILs or profit sharing, whatever it may be, you have to find a way to make sure that you got something that is your shining star. So I also knew that was a lesson for me learning like, hey, we've got to make sure we continue to expose our guys at different levels. And that's what came about even with the Trash Pandas. We're going to Wrigley. A lot of people I know we looked at the schedule. I didn't mention it. Wrigley's going to be one of those games. We will be one of the first HBCUs to play at Wrigley this year. That is something that we are extremely excited about. We'll be playing Prairie View there for one of our series games, but it's a lot about the exposure and what you can bring to these guys. And like I tell them, I'm going to set the stage, but you've got to go out there and take advantage of the opportunities. I can't go out there and play for you, but I also have to make sure I got the right guys that are going to represent us well. So at the end of the day, that is what this has been about, is finding the proper exposure for them, making sure that we can continue to put great things on the field in front of them as well, too.
Man, Wrigley Field is, I mean, that's one of the cathedrals, not just of baseball, but it's one of the most well-known just stadiums just in the world. So to be able to go and play at a place like Wrigley Field, that is definitely something that you can definitely tell some recruits, because there's a lot of places, a lot of schools out here in America that will never say that they were able to play at Wrigley Field. So that's definitely dope, man. Hopefully it's too cold for y'all.
Yeah, it is. It's in the early May. It still may be a little breezy, but it's one of those things, and it goes back to your point of we take a lot of weight that carries into these games because of those things. Like I tell my guys, we can't take it lightly. We can't go in here, especially with it being the one-off, whether it be against the Red Cruisers or it be against Prairie View at Wrigley Field. We can't take these opportunities lightly and not put on the right showing. At the end of the day, I just want our guys to be extremely competitive. But that is the goal, man. Yeah, they're excited about it. They know what's before us. And I wanted to set the table so they knew how to work to be prepared for these moments. Yeah.
So a question here from our guy, Dave. He's actually got a couple questions. So first question, he said, ask coach, he said, what fresh gear will the team be rocking this year, and how can we get some?
Actually, we're working on trying to make sure our fans and, fellow alums are able to get gear. Of course, we're going to be swagged out. I mean, I am a noob, so I'm going to be fresh in everything I put on, and I'm going to make sure my boys are the same way. But once again, like I tell them, we don't get those things and we don't deserve them. Like, I'm so serious about that. I had this very same conversation about, I don't believe in giving logos in the fall. You better earn that before I put a logo on your chest and say you're a dog. Like, at the end of the day, we old school. I'm the old school guy with a new school feel. So for me, when we're in fall practice, you will walk out there and you will see gray and maroon t-shirts. Let's go make it clean. Once we get into the season, then you get your logo, you get your letters.
It said, look at the wife said, he's stingy with that gear. Can his wife get some?
Listen, she got to get first deal. She got to get top of the line.
Oh my goodness. Y'all putting pressure on me now.
She said, Ace and I got custom gear coming.
They know it. Yes, that part.
Yeah. So the other question from Dave is, he wanted to know, how do you feel about spring sports on SWAC TV?
What's funny is that I'm thankful that we were preparing for this, and it was just the timing of throughout the season last year, I wrote a few grants. One was Homeless for Hank. I'm not sure if y'all saw that when that popped up. Well, we were fortunate enough to be blessed with a camera system. It is the Aware camera system, the new one of the latest and greatest digital camera systems that will be fully integrated at our field come early February. So this season, we will be able to have our games displayed on SWAC TV once everything is in place. I think it's a beautiful thing because it's so many parents that are across the U.S. that can't see their kids. Even though I changed our recruiting model to make sure we looked at that 3 to 5 hour window, because I feel like a parent would jump in a car for 3 to 5 hours versus 8 to 10. So it's one of those things that when we recruit, I want guys that are in our area, but I also want parents to be in the stands to support us. It makes a difference. So yeah, we ask for support, but guess what? I'm gonna create our own support because parents are gonna be there. So if I can get more parents from the South that are gonna bring their aunties, uncles, cousins, and everybody else, we're gonna be just fine. But I also know them Bulldogs gonna show up as we continue to put the result on the field that's expected.
I love that because as someone who can't get down there, I live in Ohio. I can't get down there during the spring season because, I'm with my officiating the track and stuff. It would be great to be able to catch some of those games on SWAC TV. And I'm sure that a lot of our other fellow alums that live, abroad will be able to do that as well. So that's really, really good. I'm glad that we get a chance to do that. So I did want to ask you just about this year with the team. I know that we'll get a chance to kind of talk to some of your players as the season gets closer, but as you built this roster right now, what are some of your, who are your leaders? Have you guys voted on captains yet? And if you have, who are your captains? And just who are some of the other players that, Bulldog Nation needs to be aware of ahead of our season kicking off here in about a month?
There are definitely some guys on this team that deserve to be shouted out. But at the end of the day, I'm going to let their play really define that. I'm not into the fact of saying, hey, this is who it is. No, we're going to go play this game, and y'all going to know exactly who to be cheering for in those moments, just being honest. We got some great guys. We have some senior returners. There was one guy, of course, you all met, Bryson Hammonds, last year. He got injured early in the season, and that was going to be his last year. He was actually slated to leave and came back and was like, Coach Lou, let's do it. He graduated and he came back as a grad guy. But there are a few other individuals that are new into this program that will make a name for themselves, and they will make you all proud. Like I say, I can run through a list of them, but at the end of the day, I'm proud of each one of my guys, and I want them to keep working at that level.
Absolutely. So I'll just, we'll get you out of here with this. We'll pull back up just one more time. Here's the schedule for everybody, just so you can see it. This is also obviously too, it's on our website, but make sure you're apprised, Bulldog Nation, of not just the home games, but some of the ones that may be a little bit closer to your neck of the woods. If Bulldog Nation, they're coming to, you guys are coming to Wrigley Field in Chicago. We've got a good amount of Chicago alums. Yeah. So, Dave, who is part of this show, that's his hometown. He definitely knows how to get with a lot of those Chicagoans. Anybody that's around in these surrounding areas, New Orleans, you got people down there. Make sure you get out and you support this team.
I'm definitely planning on catching these Birmingham games for sure.
Hey, we got some back-to-back games in Birmingham, so I
I'm gonna be there.
Birmingham guy, so I gotta get some love there. But yeah, no, it's very unique. We'll play some Tuesday, Wednesday games in Birmingham, and we're excited about that piece as well too this year.
Yeah, and as he said, as Coach Lou said, the goal to get back into that SWAC tournament, because you definitely want to see you guys playing important baseball games in the month of May, late May.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
So, Coach, this has been great to have you back on again. We're looking forward to seeing some wonderful returns and see some games, not only on SWAC TV, but a lot of people be able to see you guys in person. Yes. Shout out to your wife, who she's been active in the chat, said, can't wait, got us on the road big time. Feel the sky miles adding up.
54 games. 54 games.
In her custom gear.
Yep.
Believe me, Ace will be driving the boat. I promise. He been whipping the boys into shape all off season. I promise. If you ask him, if he was in here right now, he'll tell you he been blowing the whistle, whipping them into shape the whole off season. So we're excited.
Yeah, and she said that too. The captain is definitely Ace Whitlow. Oh my goodness, man, that's funny. But yeah, shout out to Bulldog Baseball, and salute to you, Coach Lou.
Yeah,
first official season as the head coach of the Bulldog baseball team, Coach Lewis Whitlow. Congrats on your future successes, man, and we definitely gonna talk to you here soon.
Yes, indeed. Y'all take care. Many blessings.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Always take care.
All right. That's Coach Lewis Whitlow, man, the guy. All right. So we're gonna keep moving, everybody. So Our next guest tonight, he is a Bulldog alum, and he just completed his rookie season in the NFL. That is the National Football League, playing with the Baltimore Ravens. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carson Vinson. What's up, Carson?
How you doing?
Man,
What up,
we
what up,
great,
what up?
man. It's great to see you, man. And
It's good to be on.
before we get any further, man, congrats, man, on completing year one in the National Football League, man. And even getting into some games, man.
Yeah.
I saw you get into a game here in Ohio, man, when y'all played the Cincinnati Bengals on that frigid Sunday, man.
Yes, sir. And
So,
it was
man,
it was a blessing. It was amazing to get in. You know, I came in ready. So yeah, it was cold out there. It was.
Like I said, man, I remember I was coming back from the Celebration Bowl and I was watching it in the airport in DC, and it was kickoff temperature was 9 degrees that day.
Yeah. Feel like in the negatives. Yeah.
Hey, but man, just kind of, if you can, man, just talk a little bit about, training camp.
Mhm.
And that's the first thing I want to talk about. Training camp and practices in the NFL compared to what you had in college. Talk about the differences.
Yeah, it's NFL, and from top to bottom, you see during training camp there's 90 guys, and all 90 guys were all Americans where they were. They were all the best players on their team. So, it's highly competitive. The guy from the top to the bottom is the best players in the world, and you see that. Everybody gets theirs. It's just really great competition. You grow a lot. That's the time where it's hard for everybody. There's long days, there's long nights, and you're just studying, you're learning, especially as a rookie, coming in trying to learn the system and everything. And training camp was great for me. It was great for me because I just got better as a player. And then you get your preseason games against other competition, and just each preseason game you just get better and better and better. Then hopefully you make the 53 man. So training camp, it's a grind. It's hard. It gets turned up, especially you see those guys on the special teams and guys trying to earn jobs. That's what it is. It's a business at the end of the day. So guys are trying to earn jobs, trying to feed their families. So it's just really was just an amazing experience.
That's dope, man.
I got so many questions, so I'm just trying to figure out where I should hone in at. So I guess my first question would be when because we hadn't talked to you since you were drafted. We saw plenty of interviews, but tell us about how you felt when you were at your home today. All of us saw the video. We could see the joy in your face.
Yeah.
But give us the real-time feelings from when you got that call from Baltimore, got to speak with all those guys on the phone, all the way up until you walk in the locker room and see Carson Vinson as in the NFL locker room.
Yeah, it's just everything happened so fast, and I think for a full maybe week or two, it just didn't feel real. Like it really feels like you put a lot of work in. You praise the long nights of praying, long nights of work. And, when you feel like the combination of all that come together, and then, like, it finally happens, you get the call, I see the Baltimore number, I'm like, oh, man, this is a Baltimore area code, and I pick up the phone. It felt surreal, really, like, in a matter of minutes, I got thousands of messages, everybody supporting me, and, it was just really blessed. And then a lot of things people don't realize is that things move fast, so 2 days later, I'm on the flight to rookie mini camp getting ready. So you go there and you see your name, you get your jersey, then you're practicing, and you're practicing 3 days, like about a week after the draft. So things move real fast in the NFL. It's just, man, I've been so blessed. God has blessed me in so many ways, and it's really just been amazing.
Go ahead, Jennifer. I'll come back.
Okay, you come. Okay.
Yeah.
So Carson, again, congratulations on a successful rookie season.
Like,
I want to ask, how I'm going to move in a different direction. How has the city of Baltimore been for you? Like, what are some things you like doing? Like, how has that transition to Baltimore been for you?
Baltimore is a fantastic city, and the people are really amazing. Like, I've had nothing but great experiences in Baltimore. Sometimes I get recognized. I'm an offensive lineman, so I don't have to get like recognized too much. But if I go somewhere and eat somewhere, I'll get recognized. Every single time, it's just been nothing but fantastic interactions. I've had great conversations with a lot of people, and they're a passionate fan base. So, the city of Baltimore has been really well. Living up north has been a little different. It's been a little colder, but it's really been amazing. I love Baltimore.
All right.
Yeah.
So now I can imagine that a person of your physical stature from Pee Wee rec ball to middle school to high school to A&M, you've been a starter.
Right.
You get to the NFL, you're not a starter anymore. How was that adjustment?
No, that's a fantastic question, because I was just talking to my teammate about that. I've never not played. Like, I've never not been a starter, like you said. So it's really just it was great. It was really great, and it's really what I needed, because it taught me how to focus and how to really be a pro without being a pro yet. Because I talked to a lot of guys. I've had a lot of mentors, and they always say prepare like you are the guy. So even though I'm going in and I'm not in the starting 11, I know at any moment, like at the Bengals game, I had to come in and do my job, which I did. So it's really just learning how to be a pro, taking care of my body, being in the book, even though I'm not the guy right now, preparing like I am the guy always, because it is different. It is like the Bengals game, it's -7 degrees and it's third down and 6, and I got to come in and I got to be the guy. So that's how it is in the NFL. There's only 46 spots on the game day roster, so you always just have to be ready.
Yeah, that's some interesting perspective, man. And so, like, obviously, people watch shows like Hard Knocks.
Mhm.
I watched I watched the one in training camp, and also I watched the one that's in season. Like this year, they had the NFC East, and you see those meeting rooms, and you see like times where you guys are watching film, and then you see those like camaraderie moments, man, with your teammates where y'all cutting up, telling jokes and all that kind of stuff, man. How is that, man? How is that like for you, like as a pro?
It's great, because you come into a group, and y'all came in as a rookie and coming into a new group of guys, you kind of don't know how it is. But man, I've never had a bad experience with anybody in that locker room, man. Everybody from top to bottom in the entire organization has been great. So like, no training camp days get long. You're in meetings all day long. So like, you get really close. You have a lot of interesting conversation, because like the thing you learn is like, at the end of the day, we're people. Like, people have different interests. You'll be surprised what people are into, and you just find mutual interest, and it's been really good. Then you have your like rookie, like as a rookie, I had to sing songs and stuff like that. So it's really been amazing. You get to meet all types of different people, and it was a lot of fun.
What did you have to sing?
Yeah, all the rookies, we had to we had to do a little karaoke. I pulled out a little T-Pain, had to do my job, pull out T-Pain.
We can't just move on. So give us a little bit of that T-Pain that you did at training camp.
What was the song you sang?
What was it? Girls Around the World? One of those T-Pain songs. It was funny though. It was good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Carson, you all during this whole process, you have talked about the importance of being an HBCU grad and representing on a national stage, and you have just shown this pride of not only being an A&M Bulldog, but just an HBCU grad as well. So, have you linked up with any players that are also HBCU affiliations, and or like discuss with other players, like how does it feel to come from an HBCU? How is that going for you?
Yeah, it's really been amazing. Like, I think every single game this year, there's been a guy on at least another team that has an HBCU tie. And then coming in, and a lot of people don't know, but Corey Bullock, my teammate Corey Bullock, he plays center. When I went on my visit to another HBCU that he was there, he came from HBCU, and he was actually my host. So like, he has HBCU ties. There's a lot of guys from HBCU ties, and like after the game, we'll get up. I know versus the Vikings, Elijah Williams from Morgan State. We talked. We had a great conversation after the game. Took a picture. Robert McDaniel from the Commanders, and I talked to him. Talked to Xavier Smith. He's balling for the Rams. So there's like ties on every single team up and down the roster. Even when it comes to coaches and even in all these organizations, like we stick together because it takes a lot to come from an HBCU, and so we all singing together. We all keep in contact. We just support each other.
Nice.
All right, sticking in that HBCU college conversation real quick. Now, when other schools saw that Carson Vinson is going to be that guy, they were reaching out to you to like, hey, come stay with us. Let you stay at Alabama A&M. Right. You know how the climate is these days. You see, there's 4,000 players in the portal. Everybody wants to go chase the bag or whatnot. So I want you to talk about that first. What do you think about today's NIL situation, and what made you stay? And my second question would be, Alabama A&M just had a season not so good. What words of encouragement would you give those guys that are there, the offensive linemen specifically, because those are your group of players? You can tackle whichever one you want to tackle first.
Yeah, I'll start back first. So first, like when it came to staying at A&M first, I love A&M. Like A&M's who gave me my first opportunity. They gave me my only full scholarship out of high school. So, and that means something to me. At the time I came in with Coach Maynard, and Coach Maynard, man, I love him. I still in contact with him. Just told him Happy New Year's and stuff like that. That's my guy, and Coach Taylor and Coach Lawrence. So, it really felt like a family. And I have a great system here. I have a great family around me. My father, he told me, man, like the grass not always greener. Like these people, they love you. They took care of you. You know what I'm saying? And A&M is where I wanted to be. And, I never really fought anybody for doing what's best for them. Just at the time, just staying at A&M was what was best for me and how I felt. I felt like if I was a good enough player that the NFL would find me, which they did. So, I never fought a player for doing what they had to do. And a lot of times they're doing it if they had to do it for their family. I always commend them for that. But, I just did what was best for me, and that was just being a bad bulldog. And that's the best way to be it. And so, like, encouragement for the guys, it's just nothing but just keep your head down, keep working. There's always going to be external factors and a lot of things going on, but all you can do is just work harder, study more, and just make sure you got guys. I still stay in contact with those guys. I text them all the time, make sure they good and stuff like that. And they'll be good. Coach Shea, he's a really good coach. They're going to turn it around pretty soon. So, yeah, I got nothing but faith in them.
Yeah. So a couple of questions here. Giving you some flowers. Said Carson Vinson is a really good offensive lineman. Did Ozzie Newsome? Now I know Ozzie Newsome specifically because I'm a Browns fan, and he played with the Browns for a long time, but also he played with Alabama, and he was a long time GM for them. So did he specifically reach out to you?
He didn't reach out to me, but we have a great relationship. We talk every time we see each other in the building. He has ties to Alabama A&M as well. I don't want to get it wrong, but he has some family that attended Alabama A&M. So we have great ties already. And he's a really good person. Every time he see me, he speak, and we have a great conversation. So he's a really good person.
Yeah, awesome. And then Dave said, though you didn't get to play under Coach Shade, how did it feel to see him and have his support at the Senior Bowl?
It was great because, that was the first time I got to meet him. And for him to come to the Senior Bowl, and then they had the event with the Mobile alumni down there and just showing me support. It was really good. You could tell like he's about his business. I like the way he carries himself, and he's going to do a really good job. Sometimes these things take a little time, but it really meant a lot that he was there. He came watch the practices and stuff because that was my first time meeting him. So, just for him to support me, and he's never met me before, that means a lot.
All right. So first season under your belt. Let's talk about places that you went on the road. All right. Mm-hmm. You went to Minnesota. Right. You obviously came to my hometown, Cleveland. Yeah. You played that cold game in Cincinnati. You played at Pittsburgh. So some of the places you went to on the road, man, what was your favorite NFL city on the road?
Yeah, I think it's three. I think this year I played three that was really cool. I was just talking to my brother about this today. The first game of the season, we played the Bills. The Bills fans are pretty crazy. We played a night game at the Bills. Those fans are insane. That's cool. Like, and that was my first ever time being in that environment. And, you know, that was amazing. And then when we played at the Packers Lambeau Field, like, you can just feel, like, the history of it. Like, the way they have their lights set up, it's kind of like amber. And it feels like you're playing on the stage. Those fans, they were really loud. And then this past game versus the Steelers, that was a really good environment, too. Those fans were turned up. So, and I played in a lot of I've had some really cool experiences this year. So. And then Vikings was cool as well because they got the horn and they got the skull chant too. So yeah, that
had to be dope, man. Playing. So you can think about it, man. You played at Lambeau Field.
Yes, sir.
You played at where the Bills play, and now that they're getting ready to go to a new stadium.
Yeah, it was cool that I got to play in there before they changed stadiums.
Man, that's dope, man. And real quick, man, just like playing at home there in M&T Bank Stadium, man. Like what's the atmosphere like on game day there, man?
It's electric, and you know it's the whole city. Like it starts. I didn't even know they have it's a thing called Ravens Friday, or it's like Ravens Friday or Flock Friday. The whole entire city all wears Ravens gear to Friday. So like you'll go to a store on a Friday. Everybody, you just see nothing but purple. Everybody's wearing Ravens gear, and it's every single Friday during the season that they do this. So like the whole city is turned up and stuff like that. People know me. They was like, "We're gonna get a win on Sunday." I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna get a win on Sunday." So, and M&T Bank is electric. Those fans are amazing. We got the best fans in the NFL, and you know it's just really cool. It's a really cool setting.
That's what's up.
All right, so I told you I got a few questions. Very excited. You are 6'7", if I'm correct, right?
Yes, sir.
What type of plane are y'all on that can have all y'all big bodies on there? Like, I always thought about that. Like, what type of jet is this?
Look, we have a really good what's called, it's like all first class seats and stuff like that. So I got my room, I got my space and everything. So they take good care of us. We're not on no like smaller. You know, I have had to squeeze on a couple of flights in my day, especially coming to Huntsville. You know, that's a little smaller airport. I've had to squeeze it. But you know, they take care of us. They take really good care of us on the road.
All right, second question. Now, when you got there, like I think Lamar Jackson, you probably were still in middle school when he drafted. Did you get starstruck any? Like, how was that meeting this guy?
Man, I was like, man, like that's Lamar Jackson. I don't think I got out of that until maybe like during training camp. Because I mean, I'm coming in and I'm seeing guys that you know that were my heroes in middle school. I'm seeing Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Hopkins, like. These are legends of the game. These are gold jacket guys. And now I'm teammates with them. And it's so crazy how down to earth they are. Like I'll never forget the first time I saw Derrick Henry, you know, walking. And I'm like, oh man, that's Derrick Henry. Should I say what's up? And he said what's up to me first and introduce himself. So like, man, you realize that like they're people just like us, you know what I'm saying? They're just normal guys. And like everybody's been so cool, everybody's been so accepting. You know, it's just been a really good environment.
Then my last one, I promise.
That's no problem.
This may be a little personal, but when you got that first check, what was the first big purchase or that you buy that you always wanted? You like, now I got the money, I'm gonna buy it right now.
I don't think I made it yet. You know, I got good people around me. It got invested. It's all invested. So you know
that's good enough.
Yeah.
I'm laughing here, man. Edwin, he said it can't be the planes we fly on 5'8".
Listen,
yeah, we got a little bit more leg room than that.
Good.
Look, man, I said the same thing, man, because I'm right about 5'8" too, man. I was like, man, this definitely got to be something special, boy. For real. Because, man, you coming out there, man, you, Tyler Linderbaum, and, you know, all them big dudes, man, Ronnie Stanley, man, y'all be big, dog.
Yeah, we some pretty big guys, but yeah, no, we got enough space on that plane. Yeah, they look out for us. We be good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Jen, you have another question?
No, I just want just thank you for representing A&M and all HBCUs in a awesome manner. We are behind you. We support you, and just keep doing your thing.
I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be nothing without Alabama A&M. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to represent the institution in the best light that I can, and just by performing on and off the field. So, like I said again, I really appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to when they had that Sunday night game on NBC, and you be in the starting lineup like Carson Vinson, Alabama A&M. Alabama A&M University.
I'm gonna put that on my Facebook wall and not change it.
Listen. Your draft card was my Facebook cover photo for a long time. I was so proud.
Yeah, I appreciate
for real,
that.
man. We gonna have that clip, and it's gonna be on repeat.
Yes,
Carson Vinson, Alabama A&M University.
All serious. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So that's what's up, man. Carson Vinson, everybody, man. Look, man, everybody's just been showing you so much love, man. And congrats on all your success, man. And just continue to keep grinding. I know, like, this off season, you probably worked out today. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? It's already getting back to it. So
never takes a day off, man. So continue to keep doing what you're doing, man. And we definitely would love to have you back on the show here sometime in the near future, man.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate it. Anytime, man. I really appreciate you guys.
Oh, wait, he said, Dr. Bryant, he said, tell him don't forget about the locker.
Hey, AD Bryant, I got you. I got you. We both know what we're talking about. I got you on the locker. I got you.
There it is. Hey, he had to corral you real quick, but he also did want to say too, though. He's proud of you too, though.
I appreciate you, AD. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. So God bless you, Carson. We love you, man, and we'll talk to you soon. All right.
All right, sounds good. Y'all
have a good one.
All right, man. That's Carson Vinson, man. That was a lot of fun, man. I enjoyed that,
man. To me, he looks younger than he did last year. It looked like he's aging backwards, which is a good thing when you're in the NFL playing that type of position. So looks good though, man. I like that.
Yeah, man. So that's awesome, man. That is awesome. So tonight, we had a really, really good show, man. And so what's coming up ahead, everybody? So you saw across the bottom of the screen, you see that we got a big game coming up on Martin Luther King Day this coming Monday down in Mobile, the Bridge Builder Classic against the team down the road. So looking forward to I'll be watching that on SWAC TV during the afternoon hours. Here it comes on at a good time because it'll come on right before that national championship game. It comes on Monday night. So SWAC TV, everybody, if you can check it out, please make sure you do that. Also, remember, we're going to play them at home towards the later end of the regular season. So you'll get a chance to see that. And also, everybody, just make sure that you continue to support with your financial giving, also with your time. Just make sure you come to some home games, man. Tell other people about the good things that we're doing here up there at Alabama A&M. Yes, February 28th is when the game at home against Alabama State will be. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, that game against Alabama State, y'all know how it's worked when they come to the Hill. Don't you be waiting till the last minute to be buying you some tickets. You might as well go ahead on and buy your tickets now.
I like right now. Grab your phone.
Right.
And get your tickets now because y'all know that game sells out. Don't be on Facebook talking about I ain't got no ticket. You know now. You know that game sells out. So go ahead and get your tickets and do it. Then have that attitude for the rest of the games too.
And then
treat every game like that.
Dre actually made that announcement at the game a couple of days ago. He said, go ahead and get those tickets because, I mean, the price may go up. And guess what? If it does, it's still going to sell. You're just going to be outside. So somebody, if you don't buy it, somebody will. I can promise you that. Like, it's a very profitable game. But then if you buy a ticket, man, just come in there and get those people seats that been at those games all year. There's a lot of people that support the games all year round. So just make sure you don't get in their seats, man. A lot of that has to come anyway.
So
go ahead.
One thing too, just also support looks different for everyone. If you're like you said, like a lot of us, don't live in Huntsville, So if you don't, tune in to Swag TV. Make sure you know, show your support on social media. That's free. If there's things that A&M posts, share those things. Make sure, because our online presence as well, that is a recruiting tool.
Mhm.
That is, when
Absolutely.
you share those posts, A&M is putting out a lot of good content. Share those things because that is a part of, support as well. So even if it may not look like, okay, you don't live in Huntsville, so you may not be able to make a game. You can make a share. You can
Right.
you can
Yeah.
you can cut that Swag TV on. So yes, make sure we support in every way that we can.
Absolutely. Now, real quickly, we got football coming up this weekend. So
Glad you
I'm
brought
gonna
that up.
ask you two. I'm gonna ask you guys, and I'll make my picks behind y'all. Okay, divisional playoff weekend. First game on Saturday is Buffalo at Denver. Denver's the number 1 seed. 4:30 Eastern CBS. Jen, who you got?
Denver.
T.
Broncos.
I am going Buffalo Bills.
Ooh, I don't. That game I saw when they played Jacksonville. I don't know.
What's their quarterback name? Everybody just want him to be
Josh
great.
Allen.
They want him to be great so bad, but he can't never win a playoff game.
Well,
and honestly,
if they can't get it done now with no Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, no Lamar Jackson, I don't know when you ever will.
Right.
So, but Denver's tough, and they've had an off week, but I think they're gonna get it done. I got Buffalo. Okay, the Saturday night game, third time these two teams are playing. San Francisco, man, that was just gutsy how they pulled it out against Philadelphia. They're going to play the team that also had a bye in the NFC, Seattle. Who you got, T?
Man, I'm going to go with Bang Bang Niner gang, 49ers for the win.
Jen?
I'm sorry, I missed that other team. You said it was a
Seattle.
Yeah,
Seattle.
I don't know why David threw me off with that Chicago bear down stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that game. We're gonna get to that game, David.
So my father is a diehard Seahawks fan. He has been a fan since the 70s. He used to live in Seattle. He used to go to the games at the Kingdom, and I would be probably disowned if I did not say Seattle. So whatever they be saying, Seahawks, yeah, them.
I love what San Francisco has been able to do. They play really well this year throughout all those injuries. They just suffered another big one with George Kittle tearing his Achilles tendon. They just played 2 weeks ago, and the 49ers had a very tough time against Seattle's defense. Up there with the 12th man, give me the Seahawks. Now we go to Sunday. First game on Sunday, you got the Houston Texans going to take on the New England Patriots. Jen, who you got?
Now, y'all know. Y'all should know by now who I'm rooting for. I attended a wonderful high school in Bessemer, Alabama called Jesselyn High School, Purple Tigers. And you know who also attended that school as well as the class of 2002? None other than D'Amico Ryans. I am 100% behind D'Amico and the Houston Texans. Show up, show out. Alabama home. Put Big Bessemer on the map. This is his time. Let's get it.
All right, T.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Jennifer on that one. I was going to go with the Texans. D'Amico Ryans. Most people know I'm an Alabama fan. He played for Alabama. I remember seeing him. Texas also have a lot of former Alabama players on their team. Henry To'oTo'o, Will Anderson. Yeah, and then also way back, he's out on injury reserve now. Tank Dell, he did play football for Alabama A&M, and he's also on the Houston Texans. So I'm going for Mike Jones. Them what it is? What's the area code? What's the number that Mike Jones told us the call? 218-330-8004. That's what I'm going with the Houston Texans.
Yeah, I like now their offense got to be a little bit better than what it was last night, but that Houston Texan defense is for real. Same as New England's D2 though, man. I felt so bad for Justin Herbert and them, man. They was getting knocked around Sunday night.
It looked like a money game.
Yeah, I got Houston though. I think they're gonna go in there on the road and get another one. All right, now the finale of the weekend, 6:30 on NBC. You got the Rams going to take on Chicago. Now, Chicago, these Bears, well, you know, I guess it's from, well, no, it ain't a cat family. It seems like they got 9 lives the way they keep coming back. So, man, T, who you got?
Man, I'm riding with my Bears, man. I gotta ride with my Bears. Our colleague David Thomas, he lives in Charlotte, but he cheers for those Bears all the time. So I like what the Bears are doing. I was cheering for them that year when they had Lovie Smith when they made it to the big game. But yeah, I'm cheering for them to beat the LA Rams. But also with the Rams, also can't forget that we have our alumni, Christopher Anenye. He's one of the strength and conditioning coaches with the LA Rams as well. So, you know, kind of got a little alliance to them too. He was one of my classmates at A&M.
All right, Jen, who you got?
Man, that's it's that's gonna be a good game, but I gotta roll with the fighting Daves. Listen, I'm going with Chicago on this one. I think this is going to be their season as well. So it's going to be Chicago.
Well, this is the week that the luck runs out for the Bears. I got the Rams going in there getting a win. I just think that their offense is just a little bit better, and I think the Rams have been the Bears have been skating through. The Packers had them, should have beat them, made too many mistakes, but I think the Rams get them. And then last but not least, Monday night, national championship. Miami Hurricanes in their home stadium playing the Indiana Hoosiers, who are attempting to become the very first team to ever go 16-0. Jen, who do you have?
Listen, Miami, it's been fun. Michael Irvin is probably going to be in rare form on the sidelines with his antics and his build and all of that. But I think that is going to end in the first quarter. The Indiana Hoosiers are the brand of joyless murder ball that Alabama fans are used to back in the day. I do not see Miami beating them even at home. I think this is the year that Indiana makes history. I think the Hoosiers going to win it all.
T?
Everything that she said, man. Like they're just they're good. I mean, but I do want to mention that you know, one of the narratives that people are saying is that, you know, they don't have any 4 or 5 stars on their team. They don't, but they have 24, 25-year-olds playing against 18, 19-year-olds, so that helps. You know, they got guys that got 4 years in the game because of, you know, transfer portal and a red shirt. It just happened to work out where those guys have been playing cohesively as a team. So it's kind of like David versus Goliath when you're playing against Indiana, man. I wasn't a believer until they, you know, dog walk Bama up and down the field. But I thought Bama was just, hey, Bama really sucks this year until Indiana did it again against Oregon. I'm like, yeah, these dudes just beating everybody up and down the field, man. So I'm gonna go with the Hoosiers, man. I never thought that I'll be saying the Hoosiers will win a national championship in basketball, well, in football. It's normally just basketball, but I'm gonna go with Indiana this year.
Yeah, I got Indiana winning too, and I think the thing that Indiana's going to do, I think Indiana is going to do it for all of the other programs that have been downtrodden for a while or never really ever had a chance to really get this far. I think they're going to do it for all of those programs, and I think what they're going to do is they're going to set a whole new normal with the way they win, because they're already setting a whole new normal with the way people are looking at evaluating players and transfers, because they do it with guys that people gave up on. They do it with guys who were not so much very heralded. But now you have guys that actually do want to go and play in Indiana. But I think they're going to do it for them. And shout out to Coach Kurt Signetti, because, you know, I was listening when they were talking during the Oregon game about how he was making $300,000 a year as a position coach on Alabama staff. and he really wanted to be a head coach. And so he went to IUP, Indiana University of Pennsylvania, making $120,000. His wife said his wife was mad at him that he went and took a pay cut, but he wanted to be a head coach. But also on top of that, his defensive coordinator, Bryant Haynes, was making $8,000, and his family was living on food stamps. Okay. His offensive coordinator, Mike Shanahan, was making about the same amount of money as well. And these guys, they stuck with him through all of those times. Now Kirk Cignetti makes $11 million. Bryant Haynes, the defensive coordinator, makes $3 million. And Mike Shanahan, the offensive coordinator, makes $1.5 million. So these guys have definitely shown you that if you can just stick with a group and stick together and have a vision and live through your passion, that you can truly make it to levels that you never imagined. And these guys are, if everything goes the way that I believe it will, these guys will be able to say that they're national championship coaches. So
awesome. And one thing I also want to that's excellent, Wayne. One thing I also want to point out, I would like to see it happen for their fans. It's been a few of their fans online that literally would show the crowds or whatever, and it would be the fans that would stay, and it would be 31-10. And the crowd will thin out, but it will be fans that are like, well, we still love the program. And so I'm making this analogy for a reason. So those Indiana fans, of course, they're known for basketball, but they would stay and support the football team, even when it did not look good. And now they're playing for a national championship. So I'm saying that to challenge our Bulldogs that, yeah, we had a rough season. It happens, but stay and believe good things will follow once you play your game. So we're going to have some of the best years upcoming for our football team as well. So I wish Indiana nothing but success, and hang in there, and it's all going to work out fine.
Yep. And so tonight, just like to just say thank you to everyone who has watched the show tonight. I'd also like to say thank you to baseball coach Louis Whitlow, and also Alabama A&M alum and current Baltimore Raven entering his second year, Carson Vinson. So shout out to those guys. And next Tuesday, we'll be right back here with you. And we're just so excited about being able to just share this HBCU space with so many, and be able to just talk about the great things that are out here in society and all things that are great with Alabama A&M. So tonight, we send this big shout out to everyone who watched. We say thank you, and even to those that are going to watch us here on a replay. So thank you to T. Gooden, Jay the Great. Also shout out to Corey Williams, Dave, Just Dave, and DT Green in their absence tonight. We'll be back with you next week. I'm Wild Wayne Cartwright. Thank y'all. God bless you, and good night.